Our exclusive technology
and our experience to give you a forecast you can rely on every day.
It's divinely inspired.
The Drew Barrymore Show.
Had just come to you 30 seconds earlier, you would have had a chance to see this little girl. This is Phoebe.
Yes.
In my arms. I was holding her. Maybe I'll have a chance to again. Tish Gailmard is here. You're happy to show her off. She's brand new to you.
She's new. Yes, she's a new member of our family. Phoebe came to us from a local rehabber, and she has is missing quite a few of her fingers on one paw. And that limits her ability to climb. And if you're a possum and you can't climb, you're not going to survive in the forest.
And by the way, Tish is here with the Chattanooga Nature Center Reflection Writing. I forgot to mention that. So my thought went to a birth defect. You said no.
No, actually, it's a disease that they can acquire. It's a skin disease, and a lot of times it damages their ears and their nose and their tail. But in this case, it's damaged her fingers.
So are y'all treating it?
It's healed, nothing else we can do. So she's very healthy at this point.
So how old is she, would you say?
She was probably born in March of this year.
So 4-ish months old.
Right, and you have to remember when possums are born, they're embryonic. They're the size of a lima bean when they're born, and they're still forming. Only a 14-and-a-half-day gestation. So they literally are born embryonic and climb into mom's pouch and continue forming for quite a while.
So when was she self-sustaining, if you will?
When they get to be about 25 grams, which without the tail would be about that big, and they start to get a little bit of fur, and then they come out of the pouch and climb on mom's back and hold on and learn to forage at night and how to be a possum.
Okay, so whoever found her and brought her to you and discovered this illness that she had, how long on her own had she been, do you think?
Probably not very long. Probably not very long. And I would suspect that mom may have been hit by a car and killed, but she had a pouch full of young babies, and some well-meaning person stopped. There you go. Some well-meaning person stopped and picked them up and realized that she had, they may have kept them for a while, and then this developed. And it's not something that you can really treat. You've got to know what you're looking at, and then you've got to get a vet involved.
It's very much like holding a baby, because remember those days when your babies are in their, I don't know, like 6 and 7 months old, and you play the game of passing them back and forth?
Yes.
She was so content with me for a while, but now she wants down. The more I'm around the animals that you bring, certain ones just really call to me about traits they have that are similar to people's.
Very much.
Her hands, I can't get over.
Her hands are almost identical to ours, and she uses them much the same way we do. Obviously, she holds on to things with them, but she also holds her food in her hands. And obviously for climbing, swimming, and she bathes like a cat. Her fingers are very similar to ours, lots of dexterity.
She's got these beautiful markings all over her, and you can kind of see how it all blends in together, and then all of a sudden, bam, there's that white tail.
Here's her white tail.
Did she bite you?
Yep, she's looking for food. She's just doing a little test bite. This is her semi-prehensile tail, and you can see right there she's holding on with it. Most people think that possums actually can hang by their tail from a tree limb. Not true. They use it for balance. And so, say she's climbing down a tree. She'll wrap it around a limb, climb down a little bit, then wrap it around a limb, climb down a little bit.
Okay.
And then they use it as a rudder when they're swimming.
Really?
Yep. And then additionally, they actually gather bedding materials in it.
What does a semi-prehensile mean?
So prehensile would be total dexterity with the tail, and semi-prehensile is just partial dexterity.
Okay. And the texture of it, it almost resembles a snake.
It does. It's very scaly, and it's a little bit furry. You know, I don't know, most people have never done this, but if you pick up a worm and you rub your fingers backwards on them.
Oh yeah, I was doing that just yesterday.
They've got little spikes, and her tail has little spikes on it too.
That is so interesting to me.
But she'll pick up bedding material with it, and then she'll actually curl her tail under, and the bedding material will be sticking out like this.
Okay, you've taught me so much over the years, but I get it mixed up with other things. Her eyes are also intoxicating to me, but she doesn't see, does she?
She does see, but very poorly.
So is hearing her main?
No, her smell. Sense of smell is her main sense.
Don't bite me.
Her ears her hearing is poor and her vision is poor. And so a lot of times people see them on the side of the road or in the road and they've been hit. What happens is they're nocturnal, so they're out foraging at night. They go to cross the street to get to the other side for a blackberry bush maybe, and the lights of a car come by and it actually blinds them, and so they just stop in their tracks and get hit.
Remind us of why we don't want to shoo them away. We need them very much.
We need them, y'all. These animals eat about 5,000 ticks a season.
We love you, so
We love possums. And then additionally, they're nature's garbage man. They keep our forest clean. So imagine dead animals in our forest and all kinds of other things that are decaying on the forest floor. These animals and vultures are the ones that keep that clean for us. And in turn, that keeps our environment healthy. And when our environment is healthy, we humans are healthy. If our environment is sick, we are sick. So we have to thank this animal.
How big will she get and how long will she live, do you think?
This is another thing most people don't know about possums. In the wild, they only live about 1 to 2 years. Very slow metabolism, very short-lived. In captivity, about 3 to 4 years. We've had one that lived almost 4 years. She's going to probably between double and triple her size.
Okay.
And some possums stay small, but most of them get to be 4 to 5 pounds.
So your ears should have been burning a little bit ago. Tom Stebbins was here right before you. Only have a couple of minutes left, but he was talking about the iNaturalist app that you love.
We love it. We use it all the time. Matter of fact, I was out of town this weekend snapping pictures, putting it on iNaturalist. It is the greatest app. If you don't use it, you need to load it. iNaturalist. And when you're out doing anything, you can take a picture of a flower, you can take a picture of an insect, an animal, and load it onto this app. It's super easy to use. And then the iNaturalist community will help you identify it.
Right.
So it's a great opportunity to educate yourself.
Right. Okay. Is there any opportunity for camps? All full?
I believe we have a couple openings.
Really?
Which is amazing.
That is.
And camps are going strong. It's been so wonderful to hear kids on the property again.
Oh, I bet.
So wonderful.
And it is open for people to come and enjoy.
We are open to the public. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 4, I believe it is. And something we're getting ready to do, we've just announced, we are beginning a framework for the future, and we are kind of reinventing ourselves.
Really?
We'll always be the Nature Center, and we'll always be reflection writing. But we're going to add some new buildings. We're going to change a couple of things on the property. We're going to expand our nursery and really just bring us into the future. And this is a really awesome thing for the community.
You know, this past year, I think, has taught all of us, many of us knew it already, but some discovered it, how powerful nature is and how much you need it. So this could be a boom time for y'all.
It's huge. People are so excited to be on our property, and we're just going with that flow, and it's time to get some things changed, and it's all a really good thing. We're going to have a new welcome center and new ways to travel on the property, hopefully a canopy walk in the forest, and lots of cool stuff.
Okay, 30 seconds. Can people see Sophie when they come?
Yeah, actually, no, she is behind the scenes, but
Okay.
but you can do a small group experience, and you can hold her.
I'm telling you, it's the best
can
therapy.
hold her.
If you've been missing those babies in your life, she'll be a good replacement for a little
That's
while.
right.
It's the Reflection Writing Chattanooga Nature Center. Perfect. Whatever you want to call it is perfect. There's the website and information there on your screen. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome